Hi, welcome to Man of Steel Fan Gives Hope, the Facebook page on YouTube. So, as you've seen, my can't get shift of this cold cough thing. Excuse me. It's been many weeks now. I've had it. Have you ever had just a cough that just doesn't seem to go away and it lasts for weeks? It's like you're okay walking about, but the minute you sit down or you lie down, it's just this cough that appears. But anyway, because I know you're not interested in my health anyway. So as you know, I got my Wonder Woman statue from Amazon. I do like the other one, the BVS one, not the one that came. I don't think the one came from Amazon through the DVD, but there's a mighty good statue with her standing on the emblem of BVS. It's pretty good. Anyway, so I went out to a HMV shop, and if anybody hasn't heard of HMV, it's like Virgin that used to exist. I think it stands for Home Music Video Stuff. So I went, and I'm glad they still exist because I'm a DVD collector. I like having things in my hand. I'm not up for this iPod reading stuff, and I made a video about the fear of losing DVDs and movies, and because I used to have like 500 odd videos, and sadly I had to get rid of them one by one and sort of try and replace it with a DVD, and then Blu-ray came out, now 4Ks came out, and but it means that you get it, right? You get a DVD and you can lend it to people, right? People that might not have Netflix or Amazon or whatever, because it is pricey. It is pricey. So I went out, got myself 4K one, and I was selling them, and they were selling the 4-packs, and then they sell Wonder Woman with a t-shirt. I went, oh, I like that Wonder Woman t-shirt. Oh, it's Wonder Woman. It's unisex. Right, because again, like my other video states, I don't think there should be t-shirts that say for men or women, because women wear Superman and Batman tops all the time. Why can't we men wear Wonder Woman? But again, in another video I made, how I wanted how I wanted the DC logo up in your cap, and I thought, I want, instead of just like the Marvel logo on caps, you just say Marvel, and your t-shirts say Marvel, I wanted DC. So there we go, DC tops. So what I want you to do, right, is go to my page, and I want you to Man of Steel Fan Gives Hope, and I want you to send in pictures of you wearing just DC stuff, caps, tops, trainers, not characters, but just the DC stuff. Send it in. And then, what did I say? But, now, you probably can't be able to see that. Basically, it's a Justice League. It's Justice League advent calendar. Now, what gets me is, but what gets me is it should be a countdown calendar to Christmas. It should be like a countdown to the 17th of November. That would be even cool, get a big major chocolate on the 17th. Right, anyway, so what I said in my last video is I'll quickly go through, because I'm lending these DVDs, Batman v Superman and Man of Steel, to people that have never even seen the movies, and sadly enough I've had to even lend them the normal Batman v Superman and not the Ultimate one, so I've had to fill in some places, and I had to explain to them stuff about the codex and everything else, and bits they may have not seen in Batman v Superman. So I thought I would just make a video. So if you've seen the film and you get it and you've got it, and you're not really interested in what I got from watching it, story sense, then just click off. But please like and share or whatever. So I thought I'd make this video and just explain the story from my perspective. I'll not go into great detail about the Easter eggs or the deep meaning that a lot of BVS films has, or any of the, any of the deep stuff, just the story in general. Okay. So what you get Man of Steel, and you find out, of course, he's from Krypton, as we should all know, and because of they do not make love on Krypton the way mummies and daddies and parents do over here. They basically make them through this little skull that they've got in Man of Steel. You'll see the skull, and that's basically the DNA strand, right? That's the DNA strand of all Kryptonians. But they take little strands from that skull, and they make the Kryptonians in whatever way they feel necessary, the necessary job role that they need. Just like the film Gattaca. If you haven't seen that, Gattaca is all about basically making and designing your own kid to fulfill a role and a purpose and stuff, But so in Krypton they have this, they made Zod, which is the villain of the piece. They made him into a general and a soldier, and so they make people like scientists, like Jor-El and everything else. So everybody that's born has got a role and is sort of tied to the planet. But Jor-El, he sees the future of Krypton as close to finishing, and so he thought, right, best way to break the mould is to make a child, make a baby the old-fashioned way, and that way he's not, linked to the planet. He can become something different, something more than what he's programmed for. So then he gets sent, before the destruction of Krypton, he gets sent away to Earth, which he's been reading up on, and has already visited there, because later on you see there's a crashed spaceship there, so they've explored Earth before. So, and then there was a wee thing, but I won't go into it because that's like wee Easter eggs, and we don't even know for certain about the empty casket on the spaceship. So then Zod, of course, he's trying to save. Since he was made to be a soldier, he was programmed to protect Krypton life no matter what, even though it is against the scientists and government. So he gets put in jail because of all the bad things he's done. Goes up to the Phantom Zone, but because he's going up, it doesn't go in yet. He's just waiting, I think. Before his sentence is carried out fully, Krypton explodes and they're trapped in the space shuttle. So that's where he stays, and he sees Krypton getting destroyed and everything else. Meanwhile, Clark, he's growing up on Smallville. His parents are a wee bit feared because his abilities, they might come take Clark away. So he's unsure of, because he gets told later on that maybe his mum and dad isn't his mum and dad and he's from somewhere else. And so he's fearing for himself. He just wants to be normal, but wants to be human. So by the time his dad passes away and he doesn't pass away, he does the ultimate sacrifice to keep his son's secret. And to show him, that's how much he believes that the world isn't ready to see this guy with superpowers and stuff. So when he passes away, Clark then decides, well, I really need to find out who I am and what I can do with this stuff, what am I meant to do with all this special abilities. And during the course of the film, you see him trying to adapt to all these powers. So meanwhile, Zod, he's now somehow up and running, trying to explore the galaxies that are out there, trying to find some sort of other Kryptonian life and other planets. Felt nothing. When Superman then discovers the spaceship, Lois also, she discovers the spaceship, and also discovers who Clark is, and eventually manages to keep his secret identity a secret, because she actually fears that the Earth isn't ready. And then, of course, when Clark presses the on switch on the spaceship, signals Zod to come down. Oh, we have a beacon here. There is Kryptonian life. So he goes down, sees the planet. Now, I don't know if at this moment that he's deciding to wipe the planet out. he probably didn't expect Clark to be there. Mind you, he did say, please send your sons, but when he gets to Earth, he must find out in some way, probably through TV satellites and by some other means, he does find out that Jor-El's son is on the planet, and that's when he sends the TV signal to whisk him up. So then, of course, when he makes the announcement, Clark is then forced into donning the suit that was mysteriously kept in the spaceship, probably linked to the family L, because why else would you keep a suit of that in there? More evidence to suggest that maybe there's other family members that's been on that spaceship. Think about it. So when he goes up, but then he finds out that Zod's no longer interested in making peace or learning to have special powers or everything. He says the DNA that can help, right, that codex thing, had been implanted in Clark's body. So, in order to get that and to use one of the spaceships to multiply all these other Kryptonians, it's in Clark's body. But Clark believes that Zod would only make those clones, those, designer babies, basically, into his sort of vision or his sort of image of utopia. I haven't forgotten the days of scientists, but he'll basically, in order to do that, he's got environmental machine that can change Earth's climate into something that matches Krypton, which will mean the destruction of every other life on the planet. But he doesn't care about that because because of the DNA codex that was implanted into Clark's system, he can repopulate within days. But it's, apart from that, it'll be like thousands and millions of people like Zod. So of course Superman's forced into this, and he's fighting Zod against a world that basically isn't ready for Superman, and doesn't know if they can trust Superman, and so he's fighting in two fronts. And at the very end, he gets a job on the Daily Planet. So that's roughly the Man of Steel. Now the BVS carries on straight afterwards, and we're at a time where Batman he's suffered some loss, right? Batman suffered some loss. He's lost Robin. Everything he's tried to do in his life seems like nothing. Then all of a sudden, Superman turns up, and he can just do about anything in a day with no bother and hardly any sacrifice. But when Superman makes his appearance, all Bruce is thinking about is all his workmates, the people that work for him in his building are now dead. Millions of other people on the planet dead because not on the planet. In Metropolis, a small area, may I say, small area of Metropolis, not the whole of Metropolis, just like a wee couple of tower blocks, were killed. So he's a wee bit jilted at him because he doesn't know Superman, of course. He doesn't know, all he sees is this flying alien creature that's somehow partly responsible for the deaths. So not only that, at this time, Lex he's already on board about these super metal humans, right? He's probably came in contact with people like Aquaman and Cyborg and Wonder Woman and stuff like that. So he knows that these powerful creatures are out there, and it kind of puts him in his place. Now Lex, he just wants to be the top dog. He wants to be the boss. If there's anybody like Superman out there, he has to work for Lex because he doesn't believe in this all good, powerful person, because Lex himself is powerful but not altogether good. He can't see somebody being all powerful and all good at the same time. So he for him it's a big lie, and what he wants to do is he wants to just bring them in. And he hates Batman as well, because Batman is probably one that can bring Lex Luthor down as well. He's out there probably destroying his business. So what does Lex do? Of course, during the course of the film, he's been sending some mail to Bruce Wayne because he's a smart guy. He knows who Bruce and Clark is, because Bruce is now his dreams His dreams from the start, when he's getting lifted up by the light with the bats, that's him becoming Batman, the good guy, you know, and everything else. But as you watch all the other dream sequences, they're all getting darker and the monsters coming out. So that's what shows you what kind of twisted his his mind is. So, and then Batman starts branding people with a bat symbol, and then once the bat symbol's sort of on the crook, Lex Luthor is sending guys in jail to kill him. So he can then send to Clark judge, jury, and execution of Batman. At the same time, it's putting Batman in the bad light for Superman. And at the very start, Lex Luthor staged this whole invasion in Istanbul, or wherever it is. I can't remember the name of the place, but the desert sort of place. And he sends his own guys over there with specialised bullets made of lead, which you find out really, and if you haven't, not a fan of the original Superman or read the comics, Superman can't see through lead. Hence the wheelchair incident in the town hall. You couldn't have seen it even if he was looking, because the bomb was encased in lead. So Superman, so Lex sort of knows that wherever Lois Lane goes, Clark's going to follow. Right, Superman's going to go. So if Lois is in danger, Superman's going to be there, and that's when they can stage all these deaths, kill a lot of people in this sort of wee village, then blame it on Superman and get people or eyewitnesses and make them tell lies. And that's when you realise that the woman told a lie. She wants to come forward, and Lex gets her man to kill her at the subway station. So here we have two different people in very dark places. Superman's just constantly getting put down. Everything they try to do good in the world, he gets put down and stuff. So then, of course, Lex, being the genius and the mad scientist, he abords the shuttle that Superman crash landed in Man of Steel when Zod was in it, who's got the buff matrix in the spaceship. He thinks, okay, if Batman fails, I'm going to create something that's going to obey me. And he goes and creates Doomsday. Well, the two guys fight it out. And in order to try and make sure that Superman fights Batman, he kidnaps the mother, puts the mother in, you know, a warehouse, and doesn't tell Lex, don't tell me where you put her, kill her at a certain time. But Superman gets out of the fight, but Superman's not there fighting Lex Luthor. Superman's not there to kill Batman. He says it in one line: "If I wanted to, you'd be dead already." He could just fly up and zap him dead. But Batman, on the other hand, he's full of anger and his mind's twisted, and he wants to kill him. So as they fight, and it's just before the very end when Batman's ready to plunge the knife in, does Superman think about himself? No, he thinks about his mother. His mother having the same name as Bruce's, so that kind of stops him a wee bit. And he says, "Please save Martha." Now, he doesn't say mummy, because you don't want Superman shouting for his mummy. So he just says Martha, because again, trying to keep his identity and everything else secret and make sure that Martha will be good if he does save her. They can't link the two. I said, so is Martha. So that kind of stopped why you're using Martha's name, because at this time Batman doesn't see Superman as a human being. He sees him as a monster, as a god. It's something that could be stopped. Now all that, and then so when Lois comes in, and here we have another human that's sort of defending him, and he says that's his mother's name. So then he suddenly realises that this is just a normal guy trying to do the right thing. He suddenly realises that I've been played by Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor has twisted my mind. So in order to make up for it, he swears to Superman that he's going to find Martha. Martha will not die tonight. Now, going back a wee bit, when you get the dream sequence, right, when he's suddenly transported into some kind of future, it's a kind of paid a homage to the Injustice games that are out. But he sees a future, and there's an emblem on the desert, an Omega sign. That's like for Darkseid. Darkseid is a god, right? It's kind of like the devil, right? But he's out there. By the sounds of things, Darkseid's came to this planet before, and what he does and what he has is these mother boxes, which is kind of transporting devices as well, right? And you see one of the boxes, and the wee cyborg movie bit, when the wee box flies up and gets implanted in Cyborg, which is probably going to play a pivotal role in Justice League. So the boombox is what brings Darkseid over here. Now, as you're a fan of Flash, right? Flash, because he can travel so fast, he can go into other dimensions, right? And other dimensions are what possibilities of futures that could happen or might not happen. But the mother box, so there might be different versions of you, different versions of anything's really, different versions of everybody, right? So it could be like if maybe one planet of Earth, you're a good guy, and the other one, you could be a bad guy, the other person. So there's so many different versions. But for Darkseid, there's only one, right? Now, Darkseid is like a god as well. Same as Zeus that you might have seen in Wonder Woman. Have you seen the movie yet? Superman could even be thought of as a god, right? There's all these different gods. Basically, don't think of God as like God. Just think of them as big, powerful beings, right? That Zeus wants, not like this God is the creator of the universe, but just as a god is high up, really high up and really powerful and stuff. And so it seems by the Justice League that they've came before, Amazons fought them, Atlanteans fought them and everything else, and they were shooed away. But because of Superman's death, and what Lex Luthor then sees in the spaceship, it's in the Ultimate Edition, he gets wind that Steppenwolf, who you're going to see in Justice League, he's going to come down and wage war. So in this desert scene that you see with Batman, he's seeing a possible future, probably brought on by Flash's visit next. Flash visits him just after he's had this sort of vision of a possible future, where Superman kills Batman because maybe he was responsible for Lois's death, and Flash sort of warns him, but he thinks Flash has came back too soon or too early, that Batman's not at that stage that Flash needed him to be. But again, that future and that image that you've seen may never ever happen, because now Batman is friends with Superman now, thanks to the Martha and whatnot. He's now got pre-knowledge of what future they could be heading for. So so that's why he has to build the team. Now going back to Doomsday, Lex Luthor's created Doomsday through his blood, thinking that Doomsday is going to just obey Lex and he's got this big godlike monster under his chin. No, he actually, Doomsday's first action is to punch Lex. Strangely enough, Lex just had said earlier on that nobody was there to save me from my father's fist, and here's Superman swoops in and saves Lex, no matter, even though what Lex had put the two of our heroes in. So then you have Wonder Woman. Now Wonder Woman hears this and says, okay, I've heard of Batman, I've heard of Superman, this is, they've inspired me to come back to man's world and fight. We get introduced to Wonder Woman now. So by Superman's death, it's inspired Bruce Wayne to start the Justice League film. Now some people may say that Batman v Superman was a dark film, but no, if you look at it really, yes, of course there's a lot of elements in it dark, but it's two people in two dark places and they're fighting to bring hope back to the world. And with Superman's sacrifice, he's turned the world around to actually praise Superman and stand and where are we now. And I think Justice League will make that so. Well, that's my idea. That's what I got from watching Man of Steel and BVS. I probably missed out a lot. Probably overcomplicated things by adding wee bits or jumping from here to there to explain it. But I don't work on a script. I just work on here. So let me know if you get yourself a wee advent calendar. Let me know if you get yourself DC logo stuff. I want to know about it. And I'll catch you again on Man of Steel Fan Gives Hope. And please check out the page. Let's be positive out there, people. Thank you.